about, right? Well, hey guys, we're here as a follow-up to our going live. This is Buster the Bull, the big boy we showed last time. But we want to answer a lot of the questions that we had been asked and give updates on our RH2 XL. And just to level set, Brad's here filming, but I'm going to grab an RH2 to show the difference, because we asked, like, is this for deer, is this for big game? So we want to explain that and tidy that up. So this is the RH2 designed for deer. I have a skull here just to show you size. So as you can see, the base to base spacing, we designed our product with an average, looking at muleys and whitetails, blacktail, etc., to get that close, as accurate as we could, spread. And even the proportions of this product are designed for you know, an average sized deer. Looks great with big ones and even the smaller guys. So a lover of all antlers is what this little guy is here for. But just to show scale, look at this RH2 XL compared to this RH2. I don't know, Brad, if you can get a kind of a top-ish view as well. But there's a significant difference. Those proportions, the scale, the weight it can hold, the pedicle, base-to-base spacing, all that kind of drives the design. So we get a lot of questions on that. Hopefully that helps guys decide as to which product's the right fit for their antlers. So next, let's weigh one of these antlers just so you guys can see what we're dealing with here. So this is Buster. This is his 8 or 9 year old sheds, and he's about 440 inches. This antler weighs 19 pounds. That antler weighs 17 pounds. And I got a scale here just to show you. So I don't know if you can step back, Brad, and get a size of this beast. It's quite fun to hold. That's why I see why we love this stuff. So I'm letting go. It's reading 19.2 pounds. We get a lot of questions on how much can it hold in relation to weight. But really what we're looking at is torque. And that's just, we brought on during the live interview, Kyle Davidson, who's an engineer by trade, and he ran us through torque, which is quite interesting. There's a couple posts we have in our feed explaining it, but we've got a little trick that he came up with to kind of help explain it as well. So get him docked back on. So I'm going to show you in terms that I can understand what torque means. So we have the center of gravity here in relation to the weight and force, etc. All engineering terms, but I'll show you. So this is a 17-pound antler. I'm going to grab 2 gallons of milk to show what that side of the RH2 XL is holding. All right, here's 2 gallons, not expired. That's good. So if I hold these 2 gallons of milk straight out, it gets a little tiring, so we're not going to film long, but that's essentially what this ball joint is holding with this 17-pound antler. It's holding 2 gallons of milk at all times. So that was easy terms. I'm glad Kyle put it in those easy terms to explain truly how much weight it's holding. And again, we can hang more weight onto that. So for those guys and gals that have massive antlers that are fortunate enough to have them, this product will hold it. So, okay. Moose antlers. Yes, it'll work. And as we actually designed it with moose antlers in mind. So here's a pretty good looking paddle. We use the antler tag here to label it. So 7.2 pounds is what this dude weighs. So not a giant, but beautiful looking paddle. So I'm gonna pluck this side off and put him on. Brad's getting kind of a tie to the insert here. So a little tiny wiggle and it comes off. You can see the insert. We're not going to dive deep into the insert install because we've got a ton of videos in relation to that, but kind of a nice tight showing it. Take this dude out. Same insert in this moose antler. And what I did, it's not 100% necessarily, but when I installed the insert, I angled it upward just a little bit because these dudes come out 90 degrees, like straight out of the moose's head. So I just wanted a little bit more adjustability. Get the twist so it hits the hex. Brad, if you want to stand back, you can see. And there's so much movement where depending on the height that you hang the product, you can tip these guys down or back. But yeah, so moose antlers, good to go on that, guys. Okay. So the folks asking, you know, we have a nice size elk match set. He's not the biggest. They weigh 5 pounds each. Do I get an RH2? Do I get an XL? Well, again, referring back to the torque, with the length of these main beams and the distribution of the weight, we highly recommend the XL. Also with the proportions, it'll align with the base size and all those things. So I would, with any elk, or I would say most of them, I'd go the XL. There's some spike bulls or forkies, or I don't know. Sorry guys, I'm not a Westerner, so I don't know the terms, but whatever you guys refer to it as, we call them fork horns here, spikes, and whitetail, you'd be okay, but definitely XL. So I'm gonna put this dude on here. He's just a decent looking elk. Gotta find that hex. Found the hex, which holds it from rotating. So you can get creative in how you display these. And I'm just gonna loosen one up and show you range of motion quick. Feel free after watching this video to hit us up with more questions we didn't answer. We're just trying to fly through here and get some answer for you guys and gals. So I have that set screw loosened up in the ball joint, but you can rotate these antlers, I mean, really to wherever your heart desires and whatever's gonna look good in your wall or shop or garage or office. You can fib and make them a little bit wider. It's up to you. But yeah, and even if you had the dimensions, like if it was a deadhead, cut the antlers off. If you had width dimensions, you could set it exactly how it was prior to removing it from the skull. So I'm just gonna snug this up somewhere close so you can, Brad will zoom out and you can see kind of the size difference of probably a 440 bull versus a 200. Again, just guessing on the 200, but just the mass is what's crazy. So we're right now, just to show the timeline of where we're at. So for those of you that have pre-ordered, thank you so much. It really helps us progress. Right now our inserts should be done end of July. We have the mounting screws, the hex keys, set screws, all that stuff in place. The ball joint assembly, we're good to go on. We're really just waiting on the bracket. That's what's gonna take the longest. It's the largest piece. All the tooling, the lead times, etc. Which we're combating that. So hang tight. We're gonna try and get it to you guys and gals August, September timeframe. It's still available for pre-order. We'll continue to push out more content and updates as we get them, but thanks again. Feel free to go pre-order it, check out our other products. Please hit us up with any questions. We want to answer all the questions, and we're here for you. We love antlers too. That's why we started this thing. So thanks guys.